speaker who hears them, not one who hides behind procedure or partisanship. This speakership will be different, and it starts now. I want to acknowledge the ongoing work of my conference and proudly announce that the Republican Conference has elected Mr. James Dawson as its new chair. Mr. Dawson brings fresh leadership, vision, and organization to our movement, and I look forward to working closely with him as we move this chamber forward. In addition, nominations are officially underway for the next House Majority Leader. The process will be transparent, orderly, and swift. We need strong leadership in every position of this body, and I intend to ensure that no seat of responsibility goes unfilled. Now, let me be absolutely clear about the direction of my speakership. This speakership will hold strict accountability. Hear that again, strict accountability. That era of chaos, name-calling, and disorder in the chamber, it ends now. Under my watch, this will be a functioning house. If you violate decorum, if you disrupt proceedings, if you bring dishonor to this floor, you get one strike. One. And after that, the sergeant at arms will escort you out. Period. I'm not going to be doing three strikes, 2 strikes, no, 1 strike. We are not here to be performers. We are here to be professionals. We were elected by our constituents for a reason. You are a professional, therefore you should not be given 3 strikes. You should even be given 1 strike. If you mess up once, you're out. But no, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give you a strike. 1 strike, you're out. So I am announcing today that Mr. Nicholas Jackson will be appointed as representative for Louisiana's 6th Congressional District. Mr. Jackson brings the values, the discipline, and the clarity of purpose that this chamber needs more of. His appointment is just the beginning. More appointments are underway, and let me be blunt, only those who are competent, committed, and morally grounded will be considered. Keep this in mind. I am not appointing people only if they're Republican or not. Mr. Jackson is a independent. So don't expect me to be biased. I'm not going to be biased. And yeah, so we're not filling seats. We are building a legislator. And lastly, to those wondering how I will navigate the speakership, whether in good times or bad, hear me now. I will stand my ground. Former speakers, former leaders have not stood their ground. I will be different. I will stand my ground. If I have hatred towards me, I don't care. You can hate me. You can hate me. It doesn't affect me. It really doesn't. So yeah, if the winds blow against me, I will stand. If things go south, I will stand. I do not govern based on convenience. I govern based on what the people say and on what is morally right. That is the compass I will follow. That is the leadership I will provide. Let me close by saying this. I will have questions at the end, so if you want, raise your hand because it goes by order. We may not fix everything overnight, but we will bring back order. We will bring back respect, and we will bring back a House of Representatives that is what the name is, represents you. Before I close, I believe Nicholas Jackson wanted to make a remark. Please go ahead. We invite you to the stage. Oh, you're already up. There we go.
All right. Good evening, American people, to everyone that's watching on this beautiful live stream by C-SPAN. I just want to let a few things be known and to everyone above and to the speaker, to the leaders, to the congregational leadership. We're not going to be biased in this Congress. We're going to get stuff done, not just for us, but for the American people. At this moment of time, we need a great Congress that's able to work together and not just work apart from each other just because your party affiliation. Let's work together for America. Let's make America better. As an independent, I'll make sure that the House brings up great bills, resolutions that can help the American people for a better hand. Mr. Speaker, I give it back to your speech.
Thank you. Before I continue and close, I just got word that some people can't raise their hands. Is raise hands disabled? Let me check. There we go, yeah. Allow requests from everyone. There we go, perfect. Sorry about that. There we go, now we got more questions. All right, perfect. All right, so yeah, God bless you, God bless our members, and may God bless the United States of America. I will now be taking questions. Mr. Dr. Kyle Hoy, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So, in your speech earlier about appointing representatives who will represent, does this exile Royce Jackson because he has resigned various times and then attempted to come back and somehow still came back? I just want to get the clarity on.
I've already consulted with Mr. Jackson. He is not interested in becoming a representative. He is interested in becoming the clerk of the House. I will consult with him on that.
Boy, bye. Boy, bye.
I didn't. I'm not saying he's going to. I'm going to consult with other people. But anyways, do you have any other questions?
Will you be appointing a rating clerk, or will that just...
No, it's just going to be by one clerk. Unless, yeah, we need more.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Yeah, we need more positions and representatives. Mr. Jackson, Royce Jackson, floor is yours. I believe you just denied it, sir. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Okay, there we go.
So when will the House officers' positions be filled? Because as you know, we need multiple positions filled. We need the COA, we need the CAO's office filled. We need the clerk's office filled. We need the parliamentarian's office filled. The sergeant of arms, and so on and so on.
Yes. So, in order to fill those roles, I need people who are willing and competent to fill those roles. So, once again, I'm not just going to hire people who want the role. No, you need to be competent and you need to actually know what you're doing to get the role. And it's not just going to go by me. I'm not the only person who's going to be being like, all right, this person's good. In my opinion, I'm appointing them. No, I'm going to be consulting with members of the House. I'm not going to be going one-sided. So who knows when those positions are going to be filled. My main purpose in this speakership, though, is to once again restore order and fill in those positions.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, next person. Mr. Coldwell.
Thank you, Mr. Russell. And before I ask my question, may I congratulate you again on your election as Speaker of the House of Representatives, and I'm sure you'll do well. And my congratulations to you as well, Mr. Leland, on becoming House Majority Leader. So, will you by any chance work with the President pro tempore to also possibly fix not only not only to fix what's been happening in the House of Representatives with previous speakers, but the whole Congress, like as a whole, like the Senate, since we have all known for a long time, Congress, especially the Senate, has needed reform for quite a long time.
Yes. My speakership will not only be based on the House, I will be also consulting with leaders in the Senate. I have been consulting with leaders in the Senate already, not only because based off of me running for speakership, and stuff like that, because I don't want to be elected a speaker, and then once again the leaders don't really support it, and then it just once again causes division from Senate and House, right? Which is why I consulted with the leaders before I made official my running for speaker.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'll be stretching my speakership also all of Congress. Do you have any other questions?
Thank you. No, thanks. Thank you for answering the question.
Perfect, thank you. All right, Mr. Kyer.
Thank you for bringing me up. I just want to say also congratulations to the James Leland becoming the majority leader and the speaker becoming speaker.
Thank you.
I have a question for both of you, kind of. Will we see an actual leadership where we have a leader, a whip, and a conference chair?
The Republican conference already just got a elected conference chair, Mr. James Dawson, who made me sit. Anyways,
Was this election in a group chat?
no, it was in the House of Representatives Discord under the Republican conference
Okay.
channel. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not closed doors. But anyways, the Republican conference has elected a chair, Mr. James Dawson, and we have elected a majority leader, Mr. Leland. So we just need a majority whip, and then that's filled with leadership. And I'll be consulting with the Democratic caucus. I know that they don't have a minority whip, so I will be consulting with them on them.
Okay. And I also have another question regarding the House of Representatives. You said you won't be appointing representatives. And why exactly won't you be appointing representatives? As I think you probably just appointed one a few seconds ago, I think.
Wait, what was your question?
Why aren't you guys appointing any more senators? I think you guys just appointed one, like 2 today.
Any more senators?
No, sorry, not representatives. I'm so sorry. My
Any
brain.
more representatives? I heard today I appointed 2, Mr. Leland and Mr. Nicholas. I said in my speech that I have other people who are seeking appointments, but I'm not going to appoint people who are incompetent. So I have to look into them, look into their experience, consult with the representatives in the House on their appointments, and then I will make it official.
I thought Leland was already a representative.
Leland was a clerk.
Oh, okay. Well, that's... Wait, no, I also have one more other question. I'm very, very sorry for holding up the line.
No worries.
Before you became speaker, were you thinking that you would even become speaker this term?
I was planning for speakership next term, not this term. But this term got very chaotic. Who sat me again? This term got very chaotic, so at this point I had to step in and clear the chaos and restore quorum.
All right. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, next person, Mr. Belasco.
Good afternoon, Mr. Speaker. My name is Andrew Belasco, reporting from Strawberry Media. I just have a quick question.
Sure. go ahead.
Do you accept the apology of the former APNSA Jackson Ocasio-Cortez?
I am a Christian. I accept all apologies.
All right, and sorry, I'm blanking out here. I forgot my notepad at home. What legislation do you plan to create as speaker? Because if I'm not mistaken, the speaker does as well introduce legislation.
What legislation am I planning on creating?
That's correct.
Well, first and foremost, mainly my 2 legislation that I was going to create were unfortunately already created, but they were actually passed, fortunately. Bill 57 and Bill 59, those are based off of transgenderism, LGBTQ community in schools and stuff like that. But some bills that I'm planning on possibly proposing to the House, these aren't official bills. There's a lot of stuff on political indoctrination, right? And on child indoctrination in schools, mainly in schools, really, with political indoctrination and stuff like that. This is a very big problem, right? We have biased teachers teaching in schools, basically literally indoctrinating the kids to follow a specific party and not to make their own solution with what they believe in. They're basically just giving them this ideology and indoctrinating them. Same thing with what just happened. Who is trolling? Sorry. Same thing with child indoctrination and that's what House Bill 57 talked about. It talked about the what's it called? Indoctrination on children in the curriculums with the LGBTQ plus community. And I'm sure Jacob Miller will come up here and probably say something about that. He won't be happy. But yeah, so I'm basically planning on protecting children, mainly, because once again, that's the future of our nation. And yeah.
And that leads me to my next question, Mr. Speaker. How do you feel about Jacob Miller passing the Senate to be secretary?
Jacob Miller's an interesting man. I'll say that. I spoke with him not yesterday. I think it was 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. There was a debate, right? There was a debate on LGBTQ plus community and stuff, and in schools, and he made some interesting claims. He said it should be taught in the curriculum. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that's child indoctrination, which I don't stand for. So my relations with Mr. Miller is it's not very, very bad or negative, but he's a very questionable man. I don't really support all the things he says. He claims he's a Republican. I kind of see libertarian in him, but so be it. What is
Right, and lastly, how do you feel about James Lord his outburst at the most recent House session?
okay? Can someone get this person out of here, please? Capitol Police, hello. Thank you. Anyways, sorry. Say your question. You said what do I think about James Lord?
Yes, his outburst. And do you really think he's fit to be the minority leader in the House?
He is. I mean, I'll be honest. He's really good at debating. He's really good at defending. No, he's not good at defending his claims because he never provides evidence. But Mr. Lord, he always has an outburst. Always. Who's trolling in the game? Can someone check logs or something, please? Anyways, Mr. Lord he's good at debating, right? I'll give it to him. He's good at debating. Unfortunately, he's not good at trying to cover up what he says, right? In a closed door meeting, he said, "I guess," to standing for bipartisanship, and I called him out, and he said, "No." I said, "Yes." No, you didn't. I was in the VC. I was there. I heard you say, "I guess." And that he was talking to former Speaker Tom Connors. Tom Connors stands for what I'm doing. He stands for what I'm doing. He stood for bipartisanship, for unity, for restoring the unity in the House, maintaining proper quorum, striking down division. That's exactly what the Mr. Tom Connors did. Exactly what he wanted to do. Unfortunately, he resigned due to complications personally and in the group, and with the threats to oust and stuff like that. But anyways, Mr. Lord he unfortunately he tries to attack the Republican caucus. When I was majority leader, I was there for what is going on in this stream, dude? Sorry. I was there for the caucus, for my constituents as well. I will defend my caucus. I stand for bipartisanship, but if someone is going to try to call out my caucus and attempt to put shame upon us for simply trying to follow our constituents, I will not stand for that, and I will call you out. I will expose you. And some people don't like that. And so be it. That's not going to make me leave my position, right? And that certainly won't make me leave my position from Speaker.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Miller, come on up. Floor is yours. How's it going? All right, someone get logs. What is this?
So I wasn't here for the full meeting. I don't know if you talked about this, but how do you plan to handle disagreements or debates in the House?
People can have their disagreements. People can have their debates, but if it's going to mess with legislative business, then that's when it crosses the line, right? If people are going to, for example, if someone's like this happened, I'm not gonna say it because that's gonna start some controversy. But if for example these arguments in the house, it's not good, but it is good, right? It's good because we are expressing our views, our ideologies, our morals, and our core values, right? We are telling you what we believe in, and the other side's telling you what they believe in. But unfortunately, those debates cross the line. Sometimes it can get to personally shaming the person or making fun of how they look or stuff like that. That happened to me. Someone said, am I blind? Or am I deaf? Whatever it was. And that was a minority leader. But when stuff like this, when debates like this, we can have debates. That's what it's for. That's literally what it's for. We can have debates, unfortunately, but they have to be structured debates. That's how debate
I have a
works.
question, dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if it's like a very sexual debate, like how the Senate session was yesterday,
I've heard
like
about
that
it.
kind of debate?
Yeah, if it's, I don't see
I will
how
not talk about.
I don't see how sperm or diapers peeing in a diaper kind of.
Yeah, what if it got to that? What would you do?
Affected Donald Trump's plans for
I
the
would,
economy.
I would,
With
I
What if
don't
the
see
House
how
started
that.
to talk about that?
Well, yeah, it wouldn't help with legislative business. At that point, that's just disrupting. You're not getting to the point on the bill. So what I
What
would
would you do?
is I can't just say the person will suspend. No, I'm not going to do that because they're speaking. And thank you everyone who voted for me and supported me. With